This week on JambarTV, we'll discuss the importance of Black History Month. Then, we'll talk about a surprise donation to a new student center. Then we'll talk about the men's and women's basketball team wins.
Hello and welcome into JambarTV. I'm Elizabeth Koss.
And I'm Austin Caroline.
The month of February is designated as Black History Month and is used to honor Black heritage throughout the United States. Jambar reporter Jessica Stamp has more.
Black History Month is vital to recognize and learn about the hardships Black people have faced throughout the U.S. history. Carol Bennett, Assistant Provost for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, said Black History Month allows people to relearn the oppressions Black people had gone through.
It is a celebratory of people that identify as African and or Black, but it's also unearthing some of the challenges that people have had and overcome. It is learning new things and possibly relearning some things.
African Americans and Black people played an important role in bringing new cultures and lifestyle changes throughout history.
Regarding the foundation of the United States and the people, and you find that we Africans were here in the 1500s. We owe certain agricultural products to them, and we owe how sometimes we design our homes, especially in places like Louisiana.
This month allows people to take time to understand Black culture and to have better conversations acknowledging the differences.
It's important for all communities, regardless of your own ethnic background, cultural background, to take an opportunity to learn about someone else that's different than you.
One event happening during February is the African Marketplace from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. on February 4th in Kilcawley's Chestnut Room. Any student can take part in the celebration. Students can also discover more about Black culture and Black History Month by visiting the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office. I'm Jessica Stamp with JambarTV.
On January 26, a student was hit by a vehicle when crossing Wick Avenue when a driver failed to yield. The student was uninjured and did not need medical attention. The incident brings up the discussion of distracted drivers and students on campus. Danny O'Connell, Director of Support Services, said there are many reasons a student or anyone may get distracted while driving.
When you have your head in the phone and you're walking, you can walk into somebody else. You could walk into a scooter. You can accidentally step in front of somebody. So I just think today there's more artificial stimulants that affect our concentration when we're driving and when we're walking.
O'Connell also said for students to always be aware of their surroundings once they step foot onto campus to keep themselves and others safe.
As YSU's former president Jim Tressel prepared to step down from office, many set out to say goodbye and a farewell at the celebration. Jambar reporter Molly Burke has more on the event.
On January 25th, friends, family, students, staff, and alumni gathered in the Chestnut Room of Kilcawley to say farewell to Tressel.
Guests ate refreshments and listened to music while taking photos with Tressel. YSU alumnus Georgia Barquette said she wanted to honor Tressel's success.
I came to honor President Tressel and to wish him well. And he's done so many wonderful things, not only for YSU, but for the community also. So I'm here to share in his celebration.
Many guests came to show gratitude for Tressel's service. YSU alumnus Ashley Smith said she had worked with Tressel and the First Lady.
I had the pleasure of working with him and Mrs. Tressel while they were President and First Lady here, and I had such a wonderful experience working with them, and I just wanted to personally thank them for my experience.
At the conclusion of the event, Tressel gave a speech reflecting on his years of service while looking ahead to the future.
I think anytime you're getting ready to make a turn in life, you want to feel confident that all of the love that you put into it will continue and so forth, and with the people that are here and the people I know that we have in positions, this place will continue to be loved and continue to increase its excellence and continue to be so important for this region.
The ceremony ended after the Student Government Association gifted Tressel a Build-A-Penguin stuffed with thank you notes from students. For JambarTV, I'm Molly Burke.
Lit Youngstown will host Just Desserts, a lit winter gala on February 11th in the Great Hall at St. John's Episcopal Church. The gala will include readings by creative nonfiction writer David Giffels and poet Philip Brady. There will be a title-themed costume contest, desserts and cocktails, and live music performed by Andrew Karkoziak's jazz trio. For more information, go to Lit Youngstown's website.
IT services have been dealing with an uptick in email scams, especially since winter break. Justin Batura, the Deputy Chief Information and Security Officer for IT Security Services, said students who are unsure about an email should call who the email claims to represent.
Call them and say, hey, did you send me this email asking for this information? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say no, and then they're going to tell us. And that gives us an opportunity to see what happened.
Organizations almost never ask for personal information over email. Batura added that if an email's job offer sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. You're not going to get emails about dog walking campaigns. We're going to pay you $500 a week.
If you find a suspicious email in your inbox, you can report the email directly on Outlook. If you're on a computer, you can find the fish hook symbol, or you can click the 3 dots in the top right of your screen and click Report Fish.
Traffic cameras have been placed near 9 schools in Youngstown to keep students safe. Schools are Cheney High School, Kirkmere Elementary School, Rayan Early College Middle School, St. Christine School, Volney Rogers Elementary School, East High School, Woodrow Wilson, Stambaugh Charter, and Valley Christian. Mark Pachia, president of Valley Christian Schools, said the cameras will ensure the safety of students and make drivers more aware of their driving actions.
We have so many kids hanging around, especially during, dismissal and arrival, a lot of traffic. So I think from a safety standpoint, it helps a lot. Speeding, people don't pay attention to signs all the time, especially in school zones. And it's really important when you go by school zones to go slow because you don't know what, especially, like I said, arrival and dismissal time. Kids are crossing streets, cars are pulling in and out. So safety is a big issue.
Speed warnings from the camera start January 17th. Violations and fines will start being enforced February 17th. Fines will vary depending on a driver's speed. To pay fines enforced by traffic cameras, visit the payment website provided by the Youngstown Police Department.
The Sokolov Honors College is currently trying to achieve recognition from the Carnegie Foundation. The Honors College is using Penguin Pulse to help track community engagement and volunteers for the Carnegie application. Amy Cosentino, Dean of the Sokolov Honors College, gave a brief description on what the application process is like.
The Carnegie application is a very lengthy process. And we decided the best way that we could tackle it was to create a community engagement council. And so we have a council right now that's made up of faculty and staff across campus, various areas. And they are using the 2024 Carnegie application as the guide to do the self-study.
For more information about the Honors College, you can visit its website.
YSU's Choose Ohio First Scholarship Program was recently awarded $896,000. Reporter Cheyenne Gibbons spoke to the program advisors about what this means for YSU students.
The Choose Ohio First Scholarship Program is for Ohio residents majoring in STEM focuses. Emily Brown, the coordinator of STEM outreach and scholarships, said that recipients participate in research or internships related to their field of study.
Students that are accepted into one of those programs, they are required to do a research project every year with a faculty member or a member of the community that is, an expert in the field.
Brown said with the awarded money, the program plans on including a graduate assistantship track.
We wanted to extend what we've been doing more into the graduate level work, which wasn't previously an option with Choose Ohio First. And so we kind of modeled what we were doing with the undergraduates.
Nathaniel Warren, senior chemical engineering major, said the program helped him connect with professors and experts.
You also get the chance to show what you've done with employers. It helped me get a job.
For eligibility requirements and more information, go to YSU's Choose Ohio First Scholarships Program's website. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Shina Gibbons.
Now, Austin, it's been a lot more than just a frost on the ground. It's been snowing, and I honestly don't know what's next. So could we throw things over to Zonday now to see what's coming up in a couple weeks?
Today's frigid with a bit of snow, but we'll see temps rise and clouds clear for the rest of the weekend. After the break, I'll be back with a more detailed report.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's Communication Department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Zonday Smith and this is your weekly weather forecast. Let's dive right into this weekend's radar. Today is going to be our worst day. There's a 65% chance for snow with a 94% cloud coverage. To make the conditions even worse, we'll see wind speed as fast as 21 miles per hour. Friday night, the chance for precipitation drops to just 4%, but some of those clouds will stick around. Saturday will be much better. We'll have some sun poking through the clouds with a 72% cloud coverage and only an 8% chance for rain. Saturday night will be mostly cloudy and we'll see wind speeds pick up to 23 miles per hour. Sunday we'll see more clouds and the chance for precipitation is 25%. The winds will be the worst, reaching as fast as 25 miles per hour. Sunday night we'll see a small amount of rain and more clouds in the valley. Now, let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today is our coldest day this weekend and in a while. Make sure to bundle up because that high will only reach 15 and the low is 6. Saturday will feel warm in comparison at 33 degrees and then drops to 28. Sunday will be our warmest day reaching 44 degrees. The low will be 30. Monday will be relatively the same with the high reaching 40 and then dropping to 33. That's it for your weekly forecast, but you'll want to stick around because Caitlin McCarthy will be in the studio with Student Life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Caitlin McCarthy with your student life. A decision has been made on whether Kilcawley Center would undergo renovations or be completely rebuilt. With a $5 million donation, the Zolden family has kickstarted the plans to build a new student center. The gift matches the largest donation ever made in university history. Joy Pokabla Byers explains YSU's new plan.
This is a donation that will be the naming rights of the facility, so it will be the Zolan Center. And so at this point, we're moving forward with setting the plans in place and looking at architects and continuing to raise funds for the rest of the building.
No timeline has been given as to when construction could begin, but the project is being estimated at lasting up to 10.5 years. Same name, new location. The Rose Melnick Museum has found a home in Cushwa Hall after moving locations from Melnick Hall. Editor-in-Chief Elizabeth Koss looks under the microscope and explored the new location.
Back in September, the Rose Melnick Medical Museum made its way across campus and found a home in Cushwa Hall. Housing a collection of history's medical advances through the 19th and 20th centuries, Cassie Nesper, the curator of the museum, said that changes happened after renovations started in Melnick Hall in 2013.
In 2013, the university decided to remodel that building to put WYSU and the YSU Foundation in there. And the collection of the museum went into storage. When the exhibit space closed on Wick Avenue, I really had to be creative about how I was going to keep fulfilling the mission of the museum to bring medical history to the community and to the students at YSU.
Nesper has since been making presentations and other online modules for students for both high school and college classes to access. A large part of those include Youngstown's own medical history and the city's part to play in curing polio. Nesper explained that Youngstown was the first city to ever use an oral, more effective vaccine to fight the virus.
So the biggest connection we have to Youngstown is in the iron lung and polio exhibit. In 1961 and 1962, Youngstown was the first community to use the oral Sabin vaccine against polio in the country. But I don't think that a lot of people in Youngstown know that, that their medical society was the first one to use that oral vaccine.
Talicia Williams, a student assistant in the museum, enjoys walking visitors through the iron lungs of the museum and explaining polio's history and effects.
I like to think about how they were used and what it could have been like for not only the doctors but the people to use them. And I think that the idea that this whole machine helps somebody breathe and stay alive is kind of interesting to me.
For more information on the Melnick Medical Museum, make sure to visit its website for hours of operations or to go in depth with some articles written about some of its artifacts. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Elizabeth Koss.
From flower earrings to knitted items, there's a variety of handmade creations to choose from at the Smidgen of Everything. YSU student Sarah Drabison started her business by making cards. Years later, she's launching her Valentine's Day themed earrings for people to give as a gift.
And then a lot of my earrings and materials are flower based, so I always think like it's a flower that lasts forever. You know, since Valentine's you often give flowers, you can always have one.
You can see Drabison's handmade items in person February 11th at the Youngstown Flea or on her website. The University Theater is kicking off their first show of the semester with The Last 5 Years. The musical is a story that reminds us that not all breakups can be a bad thing. YSU student Lauren Ladd said a lot of emotions can be expected during the show.
You'll laugh, you'll sob, and you'll have to find this place of who you really feel sympathetic for. At the end of the day, you might not feel sympathetic for either one, but you should come and definitely find out.
The Last 5 Years will be showing at the Spotlight Arena Theater from February 16th to the 18th at 7:30 p.m. and February 19th at 2 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online or at the door. You'd be smart to stick around as Scott Chickock will be in the studio with sports.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
You're here to be part of something bigger.
The men's basketball team played 2 games January 26th and on the 29th. Jambar reporter Cameron Nemi has more.
The Youngstown State men's basketball team were back at home at the Beagley Center hosting the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. The game was nationally televised on ESPN2 for the first time since 2010.
The Penguins defeated Oakland by a final score of 77-73, picking up their 8th conference win. Dwayne Cohill led the way, scoring 23 of his 25 points in the second half. The Gwins also hosted Detroit Mercy 2 days later, securing back-to-back home wins by a final of 73-63, improving to 17-6 on the year. The team faced off against the NCAA leading scorer Antoine Davis. The team held him to just 15 points and 2 of 12 from three-point range. Adrian Nelson recorded his 9th double-double of the season, as Cohill also added 20 points. Miles Hunter spoke after the game about the success of both the men and women's team.
Youngstown's hot right now. We're not finished, though. I think we just got to live up to the challenge, just keep going.
The men remain at home hosting 2 games this week, facing off against Wright State on February 2nd and Northern Kentucky on February 4th. These games will be a battle for first place in the Horizon League. For more information on the Wright State game, you can go to ysusports.com.
For the Jambar, I'm Cameron Nemi.
The YSU men's and women's track and field team had a 2-day competition at the YSU Mid-Major Invitation presented by Southwoods Health and at the BU John Thomas Terrier Classic in Boston. The Gwins shattered 3 school records and picked up wins in 13 events. Junior Hunter Christopher beat the previous 5K meter run by 25 seconds. Junior Ryan Meadows also surpassed the previous record. Senior Wyatt Lefker set a new school record for the pole vault at 5.45 meters. Senior Janya Bowers broke the school and Watts record by winning the 200 meter with a time of 23.57 seconds. Finally, in the long jump and triple jump, junior Esther Solorin walked away with 2 event victories. For more information about the meet, go to ysusports.com. The women's basketball team completed their 2-game homestand inside the Beagley Center. Jambar reporter John Ostapowicz has more.
Just a few days ago here inside the Beagley Center, it was packed for an action-packed 2-game homestand as the women's basketball team battled it out against Wright State University and Northern Kentucky University January 26th through the 28th.
Penguins began their homestand against Wright State University on January 26th as 4 Penguins scored in double digits, leading to a compelling 76-60 victory over the Raiders. For the offense, senior Lily Ritz led the way by recording her 12th double-double of the season with 23 points and 19 rebounds. With the win, the Penguins stayed at home to take on Northern Kentucky on January 28th. The game came down to the final 2 seconds, with Shy draining 2 clutch free throws in regulation to seal the deal against the Norse 52-51. Response to the last-second score, Shy said that the nerves were high heading to the line.
It's the difference in this one, kind of just going confident, because if I'm not confident, then there's no chance it would have went in.
Northern Kentucky held the lead in the final minutes of the game, but a foul by senior Ivy Turn propelled the Penguins a chance to win. Both offensively and defensively, Ritz has been the difference maker for the Penguins this season, as she is currently top 5 in 4 Horizon League categories. With the team's recent success, head coach John Barnes had this to say.
I think we definitely have room to grow, and we're working on it every practice and every game trying to get better.
Penguins traveled to Fort Wayne, Indiana on February 2nd. For more information, check out ysusports.com. The Penguins are back in action February 4th against Cleveland State University. To watch or listen to the game, visit ESPN Plus or tune into 1390 WNIO.
For JambarTV, I'm John Ostapowicz.
YSU men's and women's tennis took on the University of Toledo on January 27th. The men's team recorded another loss for the season, going 0-7 against the Rockets. Senior Javi Pla was the only player to win a set in individuals against the Rockets. The women's team also fell short against Toledo 5-2. The women's team recorded a win against Carnegie Mellon on January 29th. For more information about the tennis teams, go to ysusports.com. Now, let's toss things over to Zonde for a quick weather recap.
Today is miserable, but the rest of the weekend is looking up. Make sure to stay warm, Gwens.
All right, thank you, Zonde. And that wraps up all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank you for joining us, of course, and for tuning in as always. Stay safe, Penguins.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life. Not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.